This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by ManchesterBrewing.com. ManchesterBrewing.com.
The state claims that you failed and neglected to have your vehicle inspected.
More good news from the victimless crime trial of Grafton resident Ivy Ankrom.
This is William checking in from Ivy's trial with some good news. She just presented a brilliant argument on how the state failed to prove certain elements of the crime, and the judge, in fact, dismissed the disorderly conduct charge. The hearing is, the trial, should I say, is continuing on the other charges that weren't dismissed.
Hey guys!
Ankrom still faces charges in relation to a fall 2008 incident in which she and her husband were pulled over in Manchester. I don't know the exact wording of the charges, but essentially she was charged with letting him drive the vehicle without making sure he had the proper paperwork. They charged her with giving a false name to police, and of course with disorderly, and of course that disorderly conduct charge has been dismissed. With regard to giving a false name, of course all of us know that Ivy uses a nickname. Ivy is in fact her nickname, and her given legal name is Sharon. Should it be illegal to give your nickname when you're talking to a police officer? Or if you consider yourself married to someone, should it be illegal to give that person's last name as your own? Should it ever be illegal to let someone else drive your vehicle? Anyway, the dismissal, yesterday's dismissal, which I guess occurred, it would have been December 18th, 2008, marks at least the third victory for Ivy in this legal process. First, she was successful last month in getting the judge to nix an attack by the prosecution upon her gun rights. Later, prosecutors attempted to call her a flight risk, and the judge swatted that down too, saying, quote, "This isn't Rhode Island." Note that Ivy has had more than one judge hearing her case. Here's a quote from one of my videography students, Jeremy, who videotaped the trial. He says, quote, "I got another hour and a half of video. I'll process out the good parts, especially the argument, counter-argument, and judge's ruling on the disorderly conduct charge. It'll probably be another 5-6 videos in all. The first post and calendar updated with trial continuation date, which is January 5th, 2009. Not sure on the time yet. This must be turning into such a headache for the poor state's prosecutor. After her 40-minute motion today, he was completely flummoxed for 2 to 3 minutes when trying to present his rebuttal. The day ended with Ivy filing 14 motions with the clerk of the court in relation to the officer's misconduct in the October 10th traffic stop. I'll let Ivy provide all the details. I wonder how many of the fines they collect from all the plea bargains have been eaten up by going after a free stater." Unquote. Certainly the New Hampshire court system is continuing to prove itself generally more humane than the federal system when it comes to victimless crime enforcement. State government is superior to national. If this keeps up, these judges are going to take all the fire out of our movement. We're not going to have any more grievances. For my part, I had been considering doing some sort of civil disobedience at Manchester District Court against the ban on videography near the courtrooms. But they're letting a camera in the courtroom just fine, and they're giving us plenty of justification for leaving them alone. If you'd like to see more complete news or courtroom coverage, visit Jeremy's YouTube site, youtube.com/Draxis. Oh, and by the way, I should point out there's actually been 4 victories now because the prosecutors attempted to stop Jeremy from videotaping, and the judge swatted that down too. Judges like to say that they are the people who try to stand between the executive branch of government and protect the people against the executive branch. Well, a lot of times they don't do that, but at least they seem to be kind of doing that job somewhat in this case. Actually doing their job. Also, if you'd like to find more details on all the trial dates and whatnot, visit just see the video description for all the links that you should need or you can go to calendar.nhfree.com. This is Dave Ridley signing off for RidleyReport.com this December 19th, 2008.
This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by ManchesterBrewing.com.
They're the free staters that crank out first-rate beer. To find out where you can get some, visit
ManchesterBrewing.com. ManchesterBrewing.com. ManchesterBrewing.com.